Hey, welcome back to Mr. Inky Fingers. This one just came out by Asvine, was just a new release. So I had to get my hands on this one and share it. Something that struck me with this was because it was a vacuum filler. This pen, again, is by Asvine, just came in. This is going to be a first impressions. Asvine V800, and I did get the medium nib. It stated it had number 8 nib, so it looked like a really big size nib. The pen, I have not looked at it yet, so I haven't even held it in my hand. I haven't opened the box. So we're going to do this together, take a look at it. And today we'll do a little bit of writing with it. Today we're also going to be using Kobe ink, and this ink is Hatoba Blue. Haven't used this for a while, so I broke it out, and let's do some writing with this one today with the Asvine V800. Take a look at it, see what we think. Then I'll give you my thoughts on at the end. Okay, let's get this down on the mat and see what we're looking at. Asvine. Here it is, the latest addition to the Asvine collection. This is the Asvine V800 fountain pen. Blue-brown edition. This one caught my eye. Look, I'm a sucker for vacuum fillers, and this one is a vacuum filler. Great pen, at least when I saw it, but what really knocked this one out of the park was the fact that it had a number 8 size nib. And it wasn't just available in extra fine and fine. Like some of the Chinese pens, some of them are only available in those 2 sizes. So this one had medium. I think they even had a broad. So I ordered this one with a medium number 8 size nib. And if I'm lucky enough, and I'm going to knock on wood, well, this ain't wood, but knock on the octopus, that this Asvine nib will be smooth. So this is the unboxing. I have not looked at it yet in person, so let's take a peek. Is it just me, by the way? So when you have boxes like this, right, they have that little grip here, and they have a little cutout here, and you're supposed to be able to reach in and pull that out, right, like I just did. How often do you just rip this part because you can't get the damn thing to come out, so you keep pulling and pulling, figuring it out, and then putting your thumb under and ripping this? Am I the only one? Maybe I am the only one. I don't know. It sucks because you want to keep the bad. Anyway, I'm just going to gripe. Okay, let's pull this sucker out. Okay. Nothing else in the box. Comes in a little plastic, another plastic box. There's a little lip here. Pull it open. You've got their wrench. Looks like a couple of gaskets there. And then the wrench. Well, anyway, you get this standard. Oh, how about this? So you actually have the instructions, and they're in English. It's all in English. There's no Chinese on here at all. That's crazy. I'm not used to that. Well, it even tells you how to do dropper filling, just for, I guess, any pen. Piston filling. It's kind of like an education on fountain pen instruction manual. That's what it says. Basic parts of a pen. But it's all in English. That's nuts. I mean, right? Because all the instructions used to be in Chinese. Or, yeah. I mean, they did. I remember that. At least when it started. Maybe I'm thinking incorrectly, but that's pretty much what I thought. Anyway, it's a nugget. Okay, it's all in English now. Okay, so here's the pen. Please check the note for using fountain pen on the back. Here it is. Notice, never clean your pen with alcohol. Fill your pen with non-carbon bottled ink. Carbon bottled ink, like waterproof ink, will clog fountain pen easily. True. It's like a gall ink or something. Vacuum filling pens with this one is screw the blind cap all the way when you are writing. Screw the cap all the way. All the way up or down? I don't know what to say. Piston filling. Well, this is not a piston filling pen. Anyway, if you have any questions about it, please call us or email us at asvinepen@outlook.com. That's kind of cool, man. They're like actually giving instruction. I wonder how good their customer service is. If anybody's ever had to actually email them there, do they get back to you? What's that like? Let's take a look at the pen. That's why we're here anyway. Okay. Wow, it is a chunky pen, man. That's not what I was expecting. I thought it would be a little bit smaller. Okay. here's what we got. Let's take a peek. Okay, let's get under the lights here a little bit. So on the cap band, it says Asvine V800 on the back there. It's got this like a teardrop clip, right? That's kind of cool. You know what that reminds me of? The marbling on this. Back in the 80s, growing up, we used to play marbles all the time. And you'd get those marbles that were like this, we call them little spaghettis. And they had the spaghetti sort of lines in the middle of it. That's kind of what this reminds me of, right? I don't know if anybody else grew up in the 80s and played marbles as much as we did in the 80s. You'll know what I'm talking about if you ever did that. If you haven't, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's unscrew this sucker. I'm doing a lot of talking here. Okay, so you see there it says medium. M for medium. If you can see that, I'm trying to make out if you can see. Yeah. It's interesting. Got some like fin lines on there. Wow, that's a chunky nib, isn't it? Look at that thing. It's huge. I'm liking that. Is it a nib unit that screws in and out? No. No, I don't think so. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I'm wrong. It is a nib unit. Dude, check that out. It's not friction fit, man. So that must be, this is going to be easily replaceable. Woo. You know what I wonder? Oh, it's probably not. This is a pretty wide hole. I was wondering if you could put like a number 6 in there with numbers, but it's way too big. It's got to be a number 8. Anyways, pretty cool that it's a nib unit anyway, right? That's kind of cool. Easy to clean out and stuff. Okay. Being a demonstrator pen, that's a pretty good feature. Okay, I'm liking that. Go Asvine, man. You put a number 8 size nib you put it in as a nib unit. Okay. Be careful when you're doing that, by the way. You got to hold that the nib and the feed very carefully. Okay, you don't want to crush these little fins in there, and then turn the actual pen, not the nib unit, right? You don't want to be bending all over the place. So, pretty cool. Okay, so let's unscrew this all the way off till it's loose. It spins on its own, and you pull it. You see that piston rod come out, and then we're going to put it in. You're going to hear a click. I don't know if you heard that or not, but holding that next to the mic. Let's fill it. What do you think? Let's do it. Okay. Let's put in some of this Kobe ink, number 2, Hatoba Blue. I got this a while back. It's a 50 ml bottle. Why did I get this? I don't remember. Somebody turned me on to this Kobe Blue ink. I know I used it and I liked it. I just haven't used a whole lot of it. So what I really like about it is look at that. Whoop. Get any pen in there. Pop that bubble. That's a lot of ink. Yeah, so that huge wide mouth would be nice to fit any pen into it, you know. All right, so we're gonna draw that piston back. We're gonna put that into the bottle, and it does go below the line of the ink. It's a shallow bottle though, isn't it? And we're gonna try this. We're gonna push it down and see if we can get a good first fill. Yeah, I didn't have it down deep enough. Let's try that again. All right, let me put that down deep. It's a pretty shallow bottle. I was barely getting below the ink line. I'm going to dry that off real quick. Paper towel. I was kind of getting, because look how tall that nib is, man. You know, that's not that tall. So you have to get until where the feed or the unit meets the pen. You got to get that below ink, all that below the ink. And I was barely getting it. But even just still barely, I got about, that much ink in there. It just looks a lot because the blue's in there. But anyway, that's pretty good fill. All right, so we're going to screw that shut. Now that we've got it, some ink inside of there, we are going to cap this. We're going to definitely cap the ink. We don't want to spill that. Put that back in the box. Whoop. Okay. Today we are going to be using, starting a new notebook for these. So this is a Clairefontaine dot pad notebook. So it's a soft cover. We're going to use this. So I like the paper. I like Clairefontaine. If anybody else has used it, it's pretty consistent. It's nice. It's smooth. Yeah, and it posts. How about that? Boom. And it's not back heavy either. You feel it, but it's not really back heavy. Look how gorgeous that blue ink looks in there. That looks really nice. Looks really nice. So this is the, oh man. Wow. Wow. Out of the gate, just super smooth. Wow. That is like butter. All right, so let's see if it does it in every direction. I'm not getting any snags, nothing. Wow. Wow. Okay, man, I'm telling you, I'm loving the people at Asvine. this nib, man, this writes better than a lot of these pricier pens out there. Man, I mean, this is better than some of the gold nibs that many gold nibs that I've written with. Not that being gold nib means it's anything special out of the gate. Not necessarily. I mean, it is so smooth. There's not a single adjustment needed. And I'm telling you, that's like a rarity. That's like maybe 20% of the pens that I come across that don't need adjustments at all. Okay, here's the other part, reverse writing. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Look at us keeping up. Wow. Wow. In any direction. Super smooth. This is nuts. This is nuts, man. I mean, not even reverse writing do I need to make any adjustments. So I've got a medium line. I've got a fine line. This is crazy. Dude, I don't even know how to say this. In all the years, many years of working with fountain pens, there's only been a handful of pens out of the gate that I didn't need personally to make a single adjustment where it wasn't scratchy or it wasn't just barely catching. It wasn't totally smooth on one side or the other, on a upstroke to the left or to, or reverse side. It needed just a mild bit of grit, going across some grit paper or nail file. This is crazy. I mean, I can't even tell you. And I am super picky about this, especially because when you're drawing, you're hitting every direction. You're going left, right, because, again, you're drawing something. And so you don't want to be caught on something when you're drawing. And you're like, oh, man, that really just snags. This is just smooth all the way around. This is crazy. I mean, I can't even. Wow. Okay. Smooth. Oh, I didn't mean to put that E on there. Out of the gate. What was that? Please tell me we're not skipping. All right, let's see. Maybe that was just the way I was holding it, but let's test it. See if it keeps up. All right. Oh my gosh, look at that. All right, so the feed rocks the house. Yep. It ain't stopping, man. Hey, here's the other test. Reverse writing. Let's see if I can get it to run out of ink. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. Look at that. Okay. And dude, all you other companies out there, all you Western world companies, uh, Japan, take note of this. Just look at Asvine, dude, and look at the price for this pen. Everybody needs to look at this and up your game on your nib. Up your grinding, up your factory processes of how you smooth your nibs. You better start making sure that sucker is smooth all the way around. Not that it just writes okay here and then, oh, well, who cares if they have to do a little bit of adjustment here and there. Fix your problems, man, because if China has figured out, Asvine has figured out how to do this, and they do mass production, this even has a bit of a, look at those fins come apart. Holy crap, dude. I didn't even realize this. Okay, now watch this. Watch my lines. No pressure, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure, and a lot of pressure. Dude, look what I just did. I didn't even really push all that hard. Look at this line variation. Now I pushed so hard. Look at that. It's starting to feather almost, but look at that. Holy crow, man. Look at this. This is like stub almost, man. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so here, I pushed so hard on this. This has come through on the back side of the paper. But look on the next page. So here's where it would have come through. I got nothing, man. So even with the ink almost bleeding through the paper, this is why I like Clairefontaine. It's almost like Tomoe River quality. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at this variation with this nib, this steel nib. I mean, that's almost like flex, dude. Look at this. Look at this. No pressure. Those are two different pens, man. Or a flex nib. Or like a Pelican M1000. Okay, this is the kind of stuff you would get with the Pelican M1000, man. Wow. Okay, I'm super impressed. All right, so I would just say right now, out of the gate, this pen is a winner. Winner, 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 chicken dinner, right? That's what they say. Cool, man. I'm going to be making a drawing video with this one coming up, and I'm going to really put it through its paces. Holy crow, man. This is awesome. And it being a vacuum filler, I'm really hoping that it has a good seal. So if this seal is great and the ink stays in the pen and it's doesn't dry out, so that's just going to be the icing on the cake. But so far, this pen has my seal of approval. I've said before, there are a few pens that are perfect. So I'm going to give this sucker, man, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I can't think of anything better. It's a nice chunky pen. It has a number 8 nib. It's got a nib unit that screws in and out, easily replaceable, easy cleanable. I love the teardrop. Almost very, you know what? Very Aurora 88. Let's see here. I've got an Aurora 88. Holy crap, it is like an Aurora 88. Look, all right, look at these two nibs, or the clips. Do you see a similarity there? Oh my, yep, it is like the same, even the arch at the front coming down. So they took an Aurora 88 design clip, threw it on this sucker. All right, that's why I love the design there a little bit more. Okay, so we've got an Aurora 88 clip. Wow. It's got the chunkiness. You know what? And even like this cap band, it reminds me of another pen. I'll figure it out. It's starting to tickle my brain now of another pen that I oh man. Now it's gonna bug me. This cap, the ring at the cap end here is very familiar to me. I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna throw it in the comments when I figure out what pen that reminds me of, because I own a few of them. It also has the girth of that pen too. So I'm thinking that Asvine took the best of a lot of different pens and put this together. Dude, I'm loving it. I mean, I haven't been blown away by a pen in a long time. And the last one had a pretty price tag on it. I'm amazed that I'm so blown away by this pen. And it's a vacuum filler. It posts. I mean, I can't think of anything wrong with this pen. And the writing is just insane. How smooth it is, and I'm getting line variation, and that nib has a little bit of bounce to it. It spreads nice, almost like a flex pen, like the way it's flexing. Look at this. And I'm not pushing it to its limits either. I don't want to. I don't want to spring those nibs, or that nib, but this is crazy. Wow. I'm blown away. All right. So this got my seal of approval. It also comes with the wrench for repair. It does have some little gaskets there, seals for it. I guess if something does break, you could take it apart and do some repairs even. Dude, Asvine, keep it up. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. But this one is definitely a winner. 10 out of 10. The only other pen I've ever given a 10 out of 10 to is the Aurora 88. And maybe one other, but definitely this. So that's saying something, because this and this, there's a major price difference. Major. So kudos to Asvine. Keep it up. If you've gotten something out of this video, you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Appreciate it. Share the video. If you know somebody might get something out of it, please do so. And hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept in touch and alerted of new videos that are coming out weekly. Okay, any questions, comments, anything? If anybody else has gotten this and they have thoughts on it, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear somebody else's thoughts. Hopefully all the other pens are coming out quality-wise like this. Is yours the same? Did the nib write the same? Is everything else as great as I like it? Or is there a variation or something wrong with it? I want to know. It just came out. So let's figure this out together, and I'd love to hear comments below or read comments below. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. All right. See ya.